Hello everybody.
Hello.
Where are we today, Andrew?
We're in Falmouth. Love Falmouth.
So do I. So what are we doing today?
Well, we're making a video to give you an idea of what to do if you find yourself in Falmouth. Maybe some things to do.
Yes, something that maybe you haven't thought of or tried before. Somewhere to eat. There's some really lovely places to eat in Falmouth, and we've got some inspired by surveys, some where we've eaten before. So we'll share those with you.
We're going to try and answer some of those common Google questions as well, just to help you out if you were to visit for yourself.
Yeah.
And as you know, if you've watched our channel for a while, we love the old books.
Yeah.
We've brought a few old books with us today, with some old images, old photos, that type of thing. We're going to have a look at them and see what's changed.
Yeah, so let's get going.
Seems like Nebogissy.
Falmouth is one of the largest towns on the south coast of Cornwall. It has relatively good transport links. In today's video, we are going to walk from the Greenbank Hotel to Gyllyngvase Beach. So let's start here, outside the Greenbank Hotel. The Greenbank Hotel is one of Falmouth's oldest hotels, dating back as far as 1640. Although then it was known as the Ship Inn. When the packet service was running from Falmouth, captains of the ships used to come and stay. And by the Victorian era, it was actually called the Commercial Packet Hotel Greenbank. Falmouth in old photographs. Now the building that Andrew's just filmed is a Greenbank Hotel, and it has been here for donkey's years. To the extent it has a photograph in this book, and it explains underneath what this area was used for. These days it looks very different. Behind Andrew would have been all of the boat building yards and all of the accommodation for people involved in that industry, in the maritime industry, such as the shipwrights, boatmen, mariners and shipbuilders. That went through a clearance, and we've now got a garden area. So it says this view southwards from outside the Greenbank Hotel dates from the 1890s and shows how much the waterfront has changed over the last 100 years or so. In the foreground are the workshops of Spear Brothers, and they built coaches on the site previously occupied by Olver and Sons, who were builders, and they actually built St Anthony Lighthouse in 1834. Also the station. So the station didn't arrive in Falmouth until 1863. And the yacht club is still there. In fact, the ferry's just arrived.
It's definitely changed a bit, Sarah. Where over there now where it says the Greenbank, you can see there's a little squat level reception area there, which looks like a 1920s style, doesn't it? That wasn't there when this was taken. But the view looking across at Falmouth looks very, very similar.
I think it's been tidied up a lot, to be fair to say. There's a ghost sign. I've spotted the old hotel name.
Have you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Look above the conservatory.
Yes.
Under the fourth window, you can just make out the Green, and then under the third window is ANK, and then it disappears.
Wow. The
Properties going into Falmouth from the Greenbank on this side are absolutely stunning, aren't they?
Beautiful roses as well in their garden.
Oh, they are such beautiful properties.
Are they Georgian, do you think?
Some of them look to be, but they all seem to be individual, don't they? Maybe one or two were commissioned at the same time, but they were obviously commissioned and built by the wealthy of Falmouth. I bet they had a lot to do with the marine industry down here, undoubtedly. The front wall covered in wild flowers, self-sown flowers, looks amazing. All the bees in there, loving it. So quite often we start with an old book to give us some clues as to how to categorise and present things to you guys. And this one I think sums up Falmouth really well. It says a town with two fronts. So this is one of Falmouth's fronts. It goes on to Penryn River and goes all the way up to Pendennis Castle. And it's really the working side of Falmouth. It's the town. It wriggles all the way through down to Trago Mills and beyond. The other side of Falmouth, the other front if you like, is the beachfront and the holiday side of things, which we will get to later on. Gilly Beach, Castle Beach, and a lot of the new apartments. It's like the newer end of town. So what is there to do in Falmouth? Let's take a look. Quite like being near the water. There's always something going on. There's somebody punting along, isn't there? Or they've got their little outboard motor going out to their yacht, or they're sailing through, ferries going along, whatever.
They look as if they're busy doing nothing.
Yeah, having a great time doing it.
Yeah, aren't they?
This is actually the Penrhyn River, and it does say that there's 6 different rivers that flow into this natural harbour. It's one of the biggest in the country. You've got Penrhyn River, as we just said, Truro River, Tresillian River, Percule River, and Carnan River, Borrestronget Creek, and last but not least, the River Fal. So it's a massive natural harbour, and you can see the dockyard over there is still very busy, very vibrant part of the town. Now attracts even cruise ships. Look at that one that's come in. I expect we'll see 1 or 2 tourists wandering around that have come off that. This is where the shipwrights, shipbuilders used to be. There's now some rather swanky apartments with a fantastic view across the river to Flushing. It's a really nice pub up there called the Boathouse. We ate in there recently off the back of a survey. It was voted number 2 in the Holiday Cottages best beer garden and view in a list of I don't know how many, but that came number 2. We had a Sunday roast, didn't we, Andrew?
We went down with our daughter, didn't we?
Yeah,
Had
for a
lovely,
birthday.
Yeah, we had a lovely Sunday roast. Beautiful view, isn't it? Looking across
Stunning.
to Flushing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
very,
really
very
nice.
nice. Yes, yeah, I would definitely recommend that.
Yeah, so good eatery up there. And there's several as we go down the street now, isn't there? This end of town has got quite a few places.
Yeah, I'm sure
to
we'll
eat.
mention 1 or 2 where we've eaten, so we've had experience of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something for everyone.
This is a relatively new building. It's called the Packet Quay. The packet service was actually the Royal Mail service that ran from 1688 until the middle of the 1800s, and it created a lot of wealth for Falmouth because it was the last port in the UK before they took postage across the world, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it? It sort of kept us communicated with the rest of the world.
Yeah, and it got taken over by Southampton.
And some of the, the news that came back from abroad, like world events, it came in first into Falmouth, wasn't it?
Yeah. I really like this end of Falmouth. It's got lots of individual boutique shops selling all sorts of things from jewellery to food and second-hand goodies. Well worth a rummage. I love this. Park bench. Keep walking. It's not big enough to sit on. I love that sense of humour. Little badger. So cute. Oh.
Is it just me, or does that property look like a face? Perhaps it's just me.
I don't think we've ever been down there. Should we just see where it goes? It might go nowhere.
Doesn't it? Look at
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Looks beautiful. Look at the
It's been here
cobbles.
forever.
Barracks Ope is a historical archway built in the 17th century leading down to the harbour. It was once the entrance to the Royal Marine Barracks. Let's go. Oh gosh, it is very uneven. What have you found? Oh wow.
Beautiful.
What's that meant to be? It's an ivy leaf for hair.
That is gorgeous.
It is.
House with a lovely knocker on.
Yeah.
Right? It's actually called Ludgate House.
Oh.
Okay. And the relevance of that, the road here now, the main road in, is called High Street.
Yes.
Okay. Was called Ludgate Hill.
Oh.
And at one time, it was even narrower than it is now, and it's pretty narrow now.
Yeah.
Like that.
I like that too. Oh, I think that's answers our question. Private, residents only, no access.
It's never stopped me before.
In years gone by, there was loads of these little side streets, or opes as we call them down here in Cornwall, and Falmouth was built that way on the hill. The slum clearance meant that the new builds now hug the contour of the hill. So this must be really old.
It's beautifully done, isn't it?
Yeah, we're being really naughty, aren't we?
Can't come in here. Don't put this in the video. Going private beach.
Yeah. You noticed as well the Dutch quay. So a Dutch quay was built in the 1600s, something like that. And the difference with it was that they managed to build them vertically. The stones are laid like that without any mortar, and they kept the quay from flooding. And it was a really successful thing. So the Flemish people came over and actually built these quays for us back then.
They come over here, taking the jobs of our children.
They did a damn good job though, didn't they? That building behind me, I love it. That arch bit right over that end window. It's amazing. It does look like what it was. It still looks like it should be a wolf warehouse.
In 1862, so it was a devastating fire here, and 30 properties were lost in the fire. 30? 30.
Wow.
To the value of £30,000.
Wow.
Back then was a lot of money.
Yeah.
The incredible thing was that after that fire, 400 people were displaced. They were homeless.
Oh no.
All of the community came together. There was fundraising for them. People offered them places to stay. They offered them food, bedding, clothing, and the community got through it, and it was rebuilt.
One account says, on the morning of Saturday the 12th of April 1862, the largest and most calamitous fire that probably ever visited the county of Cornwall took place at Falmouth. Its site was in the High Street, a steep hill leading out of the town. It probably began in a defective chimney in the tenements near to Britain's Court and spread rapidly, destroying 30 buildings. This photo does show just how narrow High Street was before the fire.
Yeah, they took the opportunity of widening the road as well. They widened it by 10 foot.
Wow.
Yeah, so where we are now, this is the area where the fire was.
Gosh, I think that's one of the newest buildings, and it looks to be in the worst repair, with the older buildings looking so much better. So we have no idea what that building was built for.
It's a shame to see it looking so bad, isn't it?
It is,
really?
isn't it?
But it's got that feel of like 1920s, maybe, isn't it?
Yeah.
That curved top to it. I don't know whether it would be maybe for housing, I don't know, fire engine maybe, something like that.
Well, it would make sense, wouldn't it, after a devastating fire?
Yeah.
Or maybe a dance hall, something like
I
that.
don't know if you can see down the street. Can you see the sign that says number 35?
Yes.
The like lilac coloured building.
Yes.
That's where the fire actually started, and it
Oh,
came up
really?
the street. So that one down there survived.
Yes.
The fire took out most of the properties on the
That
opposite side of the
side.
road. And because the road was so narrow, it spread across to this side as well.
Oh, wow. Let's go down onto the Prince of Wales Pier. It's one of the newer piers in the history of Falmouth. And from here you can catch a ferry to St Mawes or to Flushing and up towards Trelissick and even Truro. It's a great way to get to St Mawes if you don't fancy the narrow roads. There's a cafe on the pier. It does a very nice piece of cake. Just beware of the seagulls. And for people that have been visiting Falmouth for many years, where the digger is, that was Marks and Spencer's, which closed a few years ago now, and they're redeveloping it into accommodation flats with a fantastic view. From the Prince of Wales Pier, it's a short walk up to the moor in Falmouth. The moor in Falmouth has plenty of places to eat. Pubs like Penny Come Quick, Wetherspoons is here, isn't it?
Yeah, there's an Indian restaurant I think over there as well. There's all sorts, isn't there?
Yes, and as you go down through there's other pubs. There's an Irish themed pub on the corner down here, isn't there?
There's seafood restaurants as well because we're in Falmouth.
Yes. Food is brilliant. We've eaten in there.
This has to be the least healthy lunch option we could have gone for.
I am absolutely starving though, so we'll walk it off later. So here we have the old Falmouth Library, and it is now an art gallery. Looks like Falmouth Library hasn't actually closed. It's still downstairs. The gallery is free to entry and it always has something linked back to Cornwall, whether that's a local artist, whether it's somebody inspired by the landscape. That's the construction of South Pier at Navigizzy.
All right,
Wow.
this one here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
So
yeah.
that must be where the lighthouse. Oh, I wonder which side that is.
Yeah, that'd be right.
South Pier?
Yeah.
Yes, the lighthouse goes out that way, doesn't it?
It also allows the local students at the university to exhibit.
Always something interesting in there, isn't it? It changed the displays quite regularly. We came in, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, and they had a most amazing exhibition of to do with King Arthur, wasn't it? Beautiful artworks. Took some photos that day. I don't know if we maybe share a few now.
I think there was also the stories of like Mark and Idwell and all that, wasn't it? It was fantastic. So yeah, free entry, well worth quarter of an hour, 20 minutes spin around here. Love it. Now, one of the Google questions is, what are the shops in Falmouth? So let's go down the main street now and just show you one or two of the shop fronts.
The high street in Falmouth gives you plenty of options. It has some chains. Some of the bigger names have shops down here, but you also have plenty of independents, from galleries to clothing stores, and lots of different types. I could go on for ages. Shops do not stay empty for long down here, which is a really good sign for Falmouth High Street.
Sarah knows I'm obsessed with this figurehead down here, so I've got to go down and film it again. I always do. It winds her up when she gets home and looks at the clip. She goes, "Oh, he's been down there again and filmed that. What's wrong with him?"
I think she might have had a bit of a makeover since you filmed her last, Andrew. Here's another restaurant we've tried and enjoyed. It's Indie Dog. Again, it is a burger and chip style, but very good and offers a gluten-free menu.
Another cafe you might want to try is above the bookshop here in Falmouth in the main street. Brilliant for quick lunches, light bites, that sort of thing, and again offers us gluten-free choices. Britain's best walks. Perhaps we should expand our horizons. So this is the Royal Cornwall Polytechnic Society, where they have a theatre at the back for all sorts of things. They do local productions and even stuff from the local university. As you can see, the Polytechnic puts on a full diary of events and shows some really good films. I love these flags. They always flutter and look so pretty, and they keep them looking fresh and colourful. So much going on in Falmouth. There always seems to be a festival here.
It's an exciting town, isn't it? It's a busy town. It's an interesting town.
It's vibrant.
It's a lot of history. It's wonderful.
You've also got the art school nearby, haven't you? And you've got the uni, which gives you that youthful feel to
There's
the
lots of
place.
special events in Falmouth, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
The Oyster Festival.
Yes,
The Sea Shanty
yeah.
Festival. I noticed there was a beer festival as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
And Falmouth Week.
Well, yeah, exactly. And the red arrows come down for that one. Bit of a theme here. Homemade burgers. Okay. This is the meat counter, and they have a very individual, eclectic mix of album covers. It's worth going in just to read them. They are hilarious. It does get very busy, very popular. It's probably worth booking before you arrive. Second-hand bookshop here in Falmouth. I can never get Andrew out of there. Not today. Walk past, walk past.
It's a bookshop.
I know. No! Another place that's brilliant for a cup of coffee and cake. Fuel. We've been in there a few times.
We have.
Haven't we?
Very good. Yes.
Excellent name. It does refuel. So locally, this place kicks up quite a storm, doesn't it? For its controversial window displays and Instagram posts, and all I'm getting is a reflection, which is a great shame.
They sell veg.
Get in, get in, get in. Bean. No. How do I feel about that shop? I think it's fantastic. Young people and their opinions and views, influencing a town, probably university related. Well done them.
I don't know if Bradley ripping off the widewinders and, you know, the rubber in between the linings of doors and stuff.
So that was the old custom house. In fact, this area is one of the oldest parts of Falmouth, and this is where the wealth came into the harbour.
Falmouth is well built, has abundance of shipping belonging to it, is full of rich merchants, and has a flourishing and increasing trade. So said Daniel Defoe, author 1660 to 1731.
Just grab this book because there's something in here that we didn't know. And it said there's been several ambitious schemes aimed at transforming St Just on the eastern side of the harbour into an ocean port. Even 100 years ago, attention was called to the conjunction at St Just of 14 fathoms of water, with harbourage sufficient for the whole of the Royal Navy of that era. In 1919, parliamentary powers were obtained and other preparations made for the construction of a railway from St Just to Grand Pound Road and the formation of dry and other docks and warehouses, etc. However, financial difficulties arose and the scheme lapsed, and you can just make out St Just in Roseland in front of that frigate. To think the Royal Navy could have been over there in St Just in Roseland instead of a pretty church.
That's incredible, isn't it? 'Cause if
Yeah.
you go over there, it's very, very, very quiet. We made
Isolated.
a video recently, and we did that walk
Yeah.
from St Maule's down to St Justin Roseland Church, isn't it? And it's beautiful.
Yes.
You hardly see anybody over there, do you?
Can you imagine the whole of the Royal Navy down there?
Well, can you imagine what that would have done for house prices over there? They would have fallen, sunk like a stone, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true.
I expect you'll find it in early 1900s, all the locals got together and said, "You're not doing this
Created
here."
the financial difficulties.
Yeah, yeah, put it somewhere else.
Most likely. So we've kind of done the town side and shown you some places to eat and some things to do. There is Event Square, and then we'll head on over to Gyllyngvase Beach
Okay, let's do that.
if we've got time.
If If you're feeling adventurous, you can hire a boat. £45 for an hour. Not bad. Give it a go. Pasty might get wet though.
One of the other things that this book advocates, and one of the reasons why Falmouth is so popular, is its gentle climate. It doesn't have extremes of temperature, so it's kind of mild in the winter and not too hot in the summer, making it attractive as a holiday resort all year round. Harbour Light's an award-winning fish and chip shop. I'm sure if you visited Falmouth, loads of you would have eaten in there. Unfortunately, I haven't, because they fry their fish and chips together, so it's not gluten-friendly. But if you've had a good experience, please share it in the comments. Ah, Tintagel. If you've been to Falmouth, you won't have escaped the lure of Tintagel Mills. It has everything, from dustbins to dog treats, and from cement mixers to taps.
Sarah, the greatest shop ever.
I know, you get anything in there, can't you? From drill bits to cosmetics to haberdashery and all of wool and workmen's trousers.
Yeah, but do they do cement mixers, Sarah?
Yes!
Gotta love Tintagel.
Falmouth would just not be the same without Tintagel Mills. There are loads of car parks in Falmouth, just like this one owned by the council. This is Event Square, and it's quite big. Today it's quite empty. Usually of an evening when you come down here, because there's so many restaurants in Event Square, it can be quite full.
This is Discovery Quay, known locally as Event Square, and it's one of the key open-air arenas in Falmouth, and it does play a key role in hosting Falmouth Week, Falmouth Sea Shanty Festival, Falmouth Spring Festival and the Oyster Festival. One of the Google questions that confused us was, is there a market in Falmouth? Well, it says here Falmouth Discovery Market, Event Square, Thursday and Saturday.
We've never been. Sounds interesting.
And this is another place we've never actually been, is the National Maritime Museum. One day we'll put it right. Ah, I've lost him again. Where has he gone? You've been in there?
Hey, you'd enjoy it now. It's really good. Lovely time.
I've never been.
No, I recommend it. It's very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
You don't know what you're missing.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
No problem. Oh, I didn't film it though. It's too good.
So the National Maritime Museum is here in Event Square. A little bit further up, I suppose it's about a quarter of a mile away, you could visit Pendennis Castle. It's one of the castles built by Henry VIII to fortify against the Spanish in the 1540s. It's run by English Heritage, so if you have a membership you'll get in for free.
Yeah, but if you don't have membership, you've got to pay.
Yeah.
It's putting balance in the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, fair enough. We've also done a video, so I'll attach the link to that at the end.
Good idea.
Let's head on over to Falmouth Prom, Castle Beach and Gilly.
Oh, sounds nice, doesn't it?
Falmouth has really good public transport connections. This is one of the stations in Falmouth, it's the Dell, and then they go further on into the docks in Falmouth. So it's brilliant for the student community. And if you're reliant on public transport, the branch line, it starts at Truro. Princess Pavilions. They hold shows, some comedians come down from up country, and you'll be pleased to know it's actually a free car park, and it's really close to the entrance. Lovely coffee shop in there, good for cake and coffee, and a light lunch. And in addition there is the most fantastic garden area.
Oh my god, Ollie, they were late for weddings.
And there's loads of benches. Aren't these roses absolutely beautiful? All the way along. Oh, I just disturbed a blackbird. Over the arch as well. And then that contrasts completely with the like tropical planting Looks stunning. I do love this little garden. So this is where the shell grottos are that were built by the family that also built the house many, many years ago. I love the shell grottos. They are exquisite. And I can never pass these without going in. Oh!
Hello.
You beat me to it!
I'll have this one, you have that one in there.
Alright.
And we'll have a little chat.
Hiya!
Hello!
Lovely, aren't they? I
Gorgeous,
do love
isn't it?
these little grottos. This is the beach side.
It's gorgeous here,
Falmouth.
isn't it? It really is. I mean, this
Yeah.
is where the sort of Victorian hotels started to go in, isn't it? And you can understand why, isn't it?
Yeah. It's sheltered, they had a brilliant view, and there's very gentle kind of wave movement. There's none of that great big pounding action, is there? It just gently laps onto the shore. It's exquisite, isn't it? It's safe for bathing. Perfect.
So Gyllyngvase Beach is probably the most famous of the beaches, isn't it,
Yes.
in Falmouth? So that's
It's-
literally just around the corner, isn't
We'd
it?
better say, we've been calling it Gilly because that's what the locals kind
yes.
of call it. It's actually Gyllyngvase.
Gyllyngvase, yes.
And it's spelt in a very peculiar way to our Cornish language.
Well, yeah, you're better at spelling than me.
I'm going to put it across the screen now, but I think it's Gyllyngvase.
Okay,
I think.
well done.
Not sure what it means in Cornish, but it is the most fabulous beach, and a lot of families come down here in the summer and enjoy it.
It's much easier to say Gyllyngvase Beach.
Yeah.
And if you fancy an evening stroll, Falmouth Prom is perfect. It stretches the whole length of Cliff Road and ends at Gyllyngvase Beach, where there is Queen Mary Gardens, always full of colour.
That's all we've really got time for today, isn't it?
Hope you've enjoyed our whistle tops tour of Falmouth. Give you some
Yeah.
ideas if you come for yourself. Even if you're local, we might have shown you a few things or spoken about a few things you don't already know about.
Yeah.
Do you know, every time I come to Falmouth, it always makes me smile.
Yes.
It's always something different to see, isn't there?
Yes, and I think it's a most relaxing place. I love being near the sea, and I love smelling the sea. It's so fresh, and I'll come to Falmouth every day of the week. Is it worth coming to Falmouth?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes, you must do it. It's a good day out, isn't it?
It is. It would be a 5 out of 5 on a TripAdvisor score for me.
Yeah, I'd go with that as well. So, if you've enjoyed today's video, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Give us a thumbs up. Maybe pop in the comments if there's any other sort of towns in Cornwall you want us to do this type of review on.
Yeah, give you a bit of our local knowledge.
And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe.
So until next time, we're just going to sign off for now and say bye.
Bye.
See you next time.